Oh, I
I'm
thought
going to
you.
Corfu. I'm on board a ship.
You're on a ship. Well, that's actually then it's
I what?
impressive. This is impressive feed for on a ship. I was
Perfect.
wondering, it
I,
was like
I
distorted for a
know.
second. Now you look perfect.
Perfect.
Wow.
You were going to blame England, but now you can blame the ship's
I know
Wi-Fi.
now. Yeah, now I don't have any information. I don't know which ship. I don't know who to blame. I don't know like what the line is. So, yeah, you left me with no material to blame the faulty Wi-Fi on because I was totally ready to rip on the UK.
Well, I will tell you on the ship, and then you know who to blame.
All right, yeah. Except, well, but now it's great. It's working great. I can't believe how well. Actually, so I try to pre-record a little bit, uh, in advance it when I can. And the other guest that I was hoping to get on the same day was Javi Benitez, and the reason he couldn't do it tonight is because he's on a ship somewhere.
He's on the same.
He's
He's on
on
the
your ship.
ship. He is. Yes, we're working together.
Go get him. Oh, Mr. Excuse. Okay, well, you know what? I'm not taking those excuses because the internet's working. He actually said I don't think the Wi-Fi will hold up. Okay, all right, Javi.
Yeah.
We've actually had to
Yeah.
schedule like twice.
He said there was some magician that was pestering him, and it
Yeah,
was getting really annoying. He didn't mention any names, but
yeah. Oh,
okay,
that's
now I
nice.
know.
That was nice of him. It's because he couldn't remember my name because he doesn't know who I am. Why would he know who I am? Right. I did have to
Oh,
work back to back with him. So when I was at the castle, he was who I followed as far as, well, not like people go every week, but he was in the parlor. I think the late. I'm not sure which segment but he was either the early show or the late one. But then I followed in the parlor the following week, so I was like, no pressure there.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
On Javi
yeah.
Benitez. Um,
No, he's great. He's great, and yeah. So we're actually doing Spellbound by the Magic Castle. So
oh, okay.
it's this extra paid venue on board the ship. It's like a mini Magic Castle. Javi's
Oh,
doing
that's the
close up.
ship. Oh, excellent.
That's
Oh,
the
wow.
ship.
Okay. Yeah, that's
So
amazing.
yeah, Sun Princess. So that's where I am, and that's where he
Okay.
is as well.
So I'm gonna end up having to chop this together. It's great when I can like do it all the way through, but that's rare. And it works where I don't have to do any editing, but I probably will because I do want to stick in like your videos and stuff. So I haven't given you a proper introduction. I just hit the live button, but I didn't give a proper introduction or anything. But so we can pause. We'll pause to do that actually, and then I'll create one for you later. How about that? Or I could pull you backstage and bring you back in, but I'm scared that we'll lose connection. So uh,
Yeah,
plus, I want to work up a good intro for you that is very complimentary, but I don't really like complimenting you in person because you're English and it feels like it goes straight to your head, or at least it sounds that way, when you talk.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. You're frozen, by the way. Oh no, no, you're
no,
okay.
no, no. I was just smiling. All right. So pause for introduction. Boom. We'll work it in, and we're back. All right. And here he is, and here's John. Yes, but actually, my intro is just gonna be about how much. You know what? I'll just do one now. We'll do one now. Actually, no, I changed my mind. So, no, my intro is going to be about how I've gotten to meet you so many times and work with you, and how you love traveling, especially when you get to hang out with magicians, which is interesting because a lot of people don't like to hang out with magicians. So
Well, there's a lot of magicians. There's a lot of magicians I don't want to hang out with. That's slightly different.
that's true, and hopefully you're not stuck on the ship with them now. But oh, and look at that, that ship's Wi-Fi, I swear.
It's not. It's yours.
So it might be mine. So I hopefully don't have squirrels biting through my wires. So
You might do.
tell
Go
me
on.
about. Let's start with and well, I was going to kind of give you an agenda just to get your approval of what you're able to do for us, because I would like you to at the end maybe teach a trick as a bonus, that
You tell
we
me
can
this
then.
now?
Well, I know that's why this was supposed to be. I didn't mean to start yet because I haven't even introduced you. So technically, yeah, I'm telling you now.
Okay, but it says
I'm telling you
we've
this
been live
now.
for 4.5 minutes. We've been live.
Yeah, but
You
that's
still
just
haven't introduced
practice.
me.
That was just to make sure
Oh,
it
okay.
worked.
Okay.
Um,
So are you
yeah.
recording all this?
I'm recording it, yeah. So later,
Okay.
because this is going to be used, which I hope that's not too late. But I messed up, and my last one didn't actually play. So this will be in about a month that it'll
Okay.
air on the IBM Facebook page. Is that okay? Does that work?
Yeah, that's fine. That's
Well,
fine.
because I knew you were
Um,
promoting some things, so if I needed to bump it up, I could, and everybody will know that I just promoted the wrong one earlier because I screwed up, and it was supposed to have it while I was at the castle. It was supposed to be playing the one with Eric Leclerc, and it didn't. So like I
oh,
tried to
okay.
schedule it, so I'm
Yeah.
behind, but it doesn't matter. It's not like anybody's keeping up with like, wait a minute, what time is it? Where is he? No, I'm the
Yeah.
boss.
Yeah.
I'm the
Well,
boss of this.
I've
Something
got
up my
nothing I can
sleeve.
teach.
Well, no, I had a request. I was going to have you go over double back, and not only for my sake, but then what I'm going to do is when people are, and we can do it another time, but when people are willing to teach like a bonus, especially it works in your favor if they have to buy the cards from you. But then we can put that. I'll talk to Jason Michaels about where to stick that on the web page, and
Yeah.
then it'll be a bonus and maybe on my Patreon coming soon. So support the show. I don't have it ready yet, but everybody, when it is ready, go to my Patreon. But we can have it as bonus stuff, bonus footage. And I figure you always have that on you.
Yes, I do.
Do you need to
But
borrow some
it's
cards
not a,
from Hobby? You want to borrow some cards from Hobby?
no, his are all messed up and soaking with alcohol and things like that.
Speaking of
But I mean,
which, let me grab my drink
yes.
because we started and we didn't actually start. But so I just no, not my alcohol, but my
Okay.
water. So yeah, don't do it. Well, you're welcome
Well,
to
I was
you
going to
take
say,
over. And then I'll be
double
right
back.
back.
Double back is not a trick to explain to people because I mean, I can show it,
Right,
but
but then they
it's
have
also
to. I mean, it's still interesting.
yeah,
Oh well,
it's
we
also
could do
not
something
it's
different.
not good because I need to be able to put cards because if I put them
Oh,
down
right,
here,
right, right, right. Which is
then they go.
that's why we should have talked about this before. You're telling me this now?
Yeah, I'm replying to the thing that you've only just told me now.
Okay, so do you have a different one in mind, or if not, we can skip it. You're not required to. I didn't ask you until now. You're not required
Yeah. Also,
to
the
do that.
clocks are going forward in 45 minutes, so it's going to be 2 o'clock in the morning at the moment.
Oh my God!
Um,
Like you're going to be in the future?
yes,
Wait, or am I?
yes, like
So,
Japan is all the time.
whoa. Well, we'll be able to communicate still. That's wild.
Possibly, but
Okay.
I believe you are back in the 1950s, aren't you, at the moment?
What are you talking about? The hairstyle? um,
No, talk about country. Um,
oh,
yeah,
nice political humor. Yeah,
okay.
I usually
Yeah,
avoid that.
that will
That's why I
be a
didn't get it, but that was good. That was actually really good and subtle. That was very, very English of you. Um,
thank you.
yeah, you get
I'll
that whole.
teach.
I mean, I'm just gonna
Actually,
grab my water. I
okay,
didn't mean for you
I
to do
will.
that first, but you can. I was gonna in about an hour. You'll know because you'll be in the future, so you can tell me if you ever did double back or what you're doing. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm gonna switch it just to you, so you'll have full stage as I step off
Well,
camera and then back on.
I've got to check the angles and everything here. Hang on.
We'll go.
There you go. Yeah, looks all right. Here's the ring on here. This is good. And that's not good. Yeah, so this is the move where ordinarily it would go into the fist, and you have to have your hand up here. But yeah, bad angle. Okay.
That was great. Looked awesome. Did you
Okay.
freeze? Okay.
Yeah. No, no. So yeah, so this is the one I teach. I teach in my lecture, which you didn't see in IBM.
I
Which
should.
reminds me,
Let's do oh wait, no, I want to do the opposite. Let's do wait, how
yeah,
do I nope, whoops. Oh no, I want you front and center. What? Front and center.
I'm
Front
very
and center.
honored to be on your very first one where you don't know.
There, hey, look, I did it. Okay, good. Front and center. There you go. Yeah,
There
this
you
is the
go.
very first. You're my very first guest. This first the debut of something up my sleeve.
No, No wonder you don't know how anything's working. It's fine.
The fact that people are trusting me with this, I mean, you've met me, right? Like, I don't do a show like Trig Watson. I have no technology in my show for a
Yeah.
reason. I am not good at this at all. You want me to press buttons? Just let me talk to John.
Yeah,
That's all I want
exactly.
to do.
And
That's all. That's why I'm
as
doing
we
this. I just
know,
want to talk to you.
yeah, well, as we know, I'm more than happy to talk to you at any time, my hero and
I
savior.
don't know. I've known you for years, and the only time I got a call back is when I made something up about being on a podcast, and you were like, "Okay, that's because
Yeah,
yeah,
because I thought you were invited me to someone else's, but
that's what it
no,
was. Yeah,
it's fine. It's
at least
fine.
you
So
responded.
yeah,
We still don't have hobbies. So all right, let's see. I'm assuming this was a ring on string.
this is yes. What gave it away? Actually,
Oh,
this is the
lucky guess.
string through ring. It's my variation. It's
Nice.
string through ring.
String through ring.
I
Crazy
created
thing.
it. So the usual way of apparently taking the ring off is you do this, and then it goes back on. And I say in my lecture, it kind of looks okay, but it looks like you've broken your arm in a skiing accident. You know, having to go above. So what I came up with was this. So rather than having it a clenched fist, and if I stand up, but you don't want to see what's below the waist, um, it's a lot more natural to hold it. I will. It's a lot more natural to hold it like this.
Okay.
Um, so if I'll give you the behind the scenes if you like.
Cool.
Yeah. So you just let it run along like here. Not everybody will be able to do this because you have to be able to do this. May the force be with you,
No, you
and
joking, right?
you shall not pass. All of that.
You're killing me.
So you have to be able to open up your fingers. So you're going to let the ring run along. Open up the fingers. Let me just get this, and it gets clipped behind the fingers here.
Oh wow.
This is really the wrong angle for me, but anyway, yeah. So there it is. So from the front, you have this.
That's great.
Yeah, I say I'm holding it up for the camera, but
Yeah,
you'd
sure.
normally you'd be standing up and having it waist high, so it's actually a little bit more like that. So it looks like it comes off and then it's hidden and then it just comes back on. So here, 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 yeah, that's it.
And
And it's
I'm guessing you're able to do that in a strolling setting or stand up.
yeah, so it's much easier in strolling because as I said, I would normally stand up but then you'd get the crotch shot, and you don't really want OnlyFans going on here. So the hand, as I said, is more open like this. So strolling is absolutely perfect. I said I just think it looks a lot more natural than having to do that. So yeah, there you
Excellent.
go. There you go.
Well, now should I move that to the end and make it a bonus, or I mean, we can start with a
Yeah,
trick. You know what? The Muggles aren't gonna. They're not gonna figure. They're not gonna. It's too advanced. We don't have to worry
the
about it.
Muggles.
Well, because Muggles can watch this too when I put it out there. It's not like restricted to magicians, but we can put stuff just on the IBM page when we want as well.
Oh yeah, I mean that's not for Muggles. You didn't tell me. You see, you didn't even tell me there's Muggles. I thought it was for
Well,
magicians.
there's no right now. There's no Muggles, so don't worry about it.
Okay,
Yeah, but eventually, they show up, so there will be Muggles at some point. We do have to deal with them.
great. So you're running an exposure ring, is what you're doing.
Right. Now I am. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Following the
You you
footsteps of my anti-heroes.
you get. I don't care about your relatives.
I didn't go to that party, by the way. Did not go.
Which
You
one?
know what I'm talking about? The one in
Were you
Vegas
at?
during Magic
Oh,
Live. There was like stuff on
oh,
Facebook about it. Yeah, I said no. I said no.
okay.
I said I'm not gonna bother with that. I figured you knew what I
I
was
didn't
talking
know it.
about. Yeah.
No,
I don't
sorry,
want to like
no.
bust it. I don't want to bust any people, any names. I'm just like I don't try to be like fake with people. Like Eric
Yeah,
LeClaire does. But because I
okay.
don't. Yeah. No, he's the one
I'm not
that tried to get me
agreeing
to
with
give
you
him
on
money.
that one. I'm just
I
being
said no.
Britishly polite, just by going, oh, okay, whatever you say.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
but I
yeah,
like the
no, we
fact
don't
that
we don't expose things, but we teach things for people who want to learn.
we don't expose things. We just teach magic tricks to laymen.
Basically.
Yeah. Okay.
The couple of laymen
Under
that'll show
under
up.
the
Yeah,
guise under the guise of having a pleasant conversation, talking about things in magic, it's basically here to expose magic for the lay people.
it
Whatever
can be.
gets the
Yeah. Well,
likes.
whatever
Okay.
gets the interest. Yeah, whatever generates the views. Exactly.
Absolutely.
We'll see if it works. We'll see if it does anything.
Anyway, Michael Dardant Flom. Okay.
Great. Was that so? That's like one phase. I mean, I'm sure it's more involved than just that. So you were just showing that was like that's one
Yeah,
phase
that's one phase. That's
of
one
okay.
phase. For when you bring me back, I'll show you the second phase.
When I bring okay, yeah, sure. We'll bring you back.
Bring
That's, that'd be great.
in another 6 months, I'll show you the second phase, and then by 2029, you'll have a routine.
Is it's about that is about how long it takes me. By the way, um,
Okay.
yeah, from innovation to development to actually performing a routine, like it takes me usually a while to. So that's about on pace. Is Javi rooming near you? Is he like? Can you knock on the door?
Heavy, heavy. Are you rooming with me? He doesn't want to talk to you.
I figured.
He's on deck 8 or something like that.
Okay.
So yeah, it's far enough away that he can't hear you. So you can say what you like.
Oh, we will because hopefully he'll be our next guest if it all works out. You know, I told him call me once he get off the ship. When are you? How long are you on there?
So we are on the ship. We got off on the 1st of November. So it's been
Oh wow.
nearly a three
Oh wow.
week
Excellent.
3 weeks. So cheers. The
Great.
timing's off, but cheers.
Okay. Wait.
So yeah, it's pretty good. We're doing a load of shows every night, and it is just like a mini Magic Castle.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go.
It's just
Can give us more detail of like I'd like describe the ship, how many passengers it holds, how many sets are you doing, how many different magic shows are they seeing?
the ship is big.
Okay.
I don't know its tonnage. I don't know the length of the ship. It's 19 decks high. There
Oh
are
wow.
seriously
Oh.
there's I think for the Sun Princess there are just over 4,000 guests,
Oh, see
and
that already that's way bigger than I thought. I just assumed because anytime there's been a magic themed cruise, it's definitely been a smaller crowd. It's definitely been,
yeah,
and I mean, you picture like okay, Magic Castle on a boat. Well, you don't put 4,000 people in the Magic Castle. I had no idea that it was like a huge liner.
yeah. Well,
So that's
they've had a
very
magic
interesting.
cruise. They have had a magic cruise on here.
Okay.
But it's incredible. I mean, there's bigger ships, but this is the only cruise ship I've ever been on, but I love it. So there's about 4,000 guests, and there's about 1,500 crew members as well. It's massive. Like, is it like
How many
375
magicians?
meters? There's two official magicians. There's occasionally, I mean, they get guest people on. Jamie Raven was just on, um, and yes, occasionally
So you and Javi are the two official magicians.
we are the two spellbound magicians for this cruise. And so
That's
when we get
really
off, there'll be other people taking our place.
It's really
Um,
wild that I mean, how what a coincidence. You were my two guests for today. I had no idea. You were on a ship together. I thought he was in Spain. He never told me what time zone he was in. I thought you were in the UK. He was in Spain. And because you're like,
yeah,
I'm finishing at midnight. Uh and and you two of all the magicians I know, and I've just seen you both recently, but not in the same place. And so that's really strange to me that you two are both aboard the
yeah,
same ship. That's awesome.
it's great. So we've had like Juan Luis Rubiales has been on here, Mark Gibson, and yeah, there's just Giancarlo Scalia. He's been on. So there's some really top quality magicians. And you, thank you, Michael. Thank you. I paused for you. But
I
no,
was going
it's
for it, but I
great.
was like, I
It's
can't. You're my guest, you know. I have to like. I'm supposed to be nice to you, but I was like, I was so ready for. I was like, and you, yeah.
thanks. But no,
Uh,
so it's all done via the Magic Castle.
that's
So
awesome.
it's all through them, and yeah, I said it's a paid extra. So that's the thing with it. But there's drinks at the bar, and it really is like a mini Magic Castle. If you've ever been to the Magic Castle, when you walk in, the decor is like the Magic Castle. They've got Isabella,
Oh,
who's the piano playing ghost, who's a relative
oh,
of Irma,
okay.
and it's all sort of this one's Victorian theme. There's another one on the Star Princess, but this is the better one. And yeah, so there's a table that spins round, and there's various things. So there's interactive things around the venue as well. And then there's the theatre show for like up to maybe 30 people, 34 people if you don't care about health and safety. And it's just a really great time. The 20-minute show like you have at the Magic Castle. Yeah, so I love it. And that's what I'm doing in this
So
little
it sounds
cabin.
like there's more focus on close up and like parlor style, based on what you guys are doing, right? Or do they have like any the big theater shows, big
No,
where
no,
they're
no. We
seating
have
hundreds of people?
no. I mean, on the ship there is, but in Spellbound there isn't. No,
Okay,
no. So yeah, that is the story of Spellbound.
excellent. And a 3 week run is what you're saying?
3 weeks. Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's perfect because like you're gone for a while, but not like too long. Um,
Exactly, exactly. So
so
then
if you miss your cats, you'll be home soon.
yeah. Well, you have your squirrels. So
Yeah, and my cats and my squirrels. Do you have any pets?
what's that? No, no pets, no
And
pets.
have you worked
But
with live animals at all in Magic?
I haven't. I did used to have the Quadro chick, which is a marionette chicken.
Oh yeah, okay. Like the one like
Uh,
Jeff Williams with the the
yeah,
chicken that. Oh, I love that.
his
Yeah.
is like mine.
Oh right, that's what
His
I
is
meant.
like the Quadro chick. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what you mean. Yes. So that's the nearest I've got to working with live animals. Yeah.
Okay,
So
gotcha.
so
Virtual.
yeah, I was gonna. If I didn't realize we were going to be talking about this, but so if dog lives are like 7 years, 7 human years, what's a squirrel's life?
Oh, it would I guess 3.5,
Half a dog.
half a dog. So like a squirrel will live in captivity. They could live like 8 to 12 years, but usually in the wild, their average would be more like between like 4 to 7, 3 to 7.
Okay. Okay.
And there's a lot. And really, I think from what from my experience, because I've been like studying that, learning to speak squirrel, basically, been
Yeah.
communicating with them, and it seems like the main threat to squirrels is squirrels. Uh, that you got to get through. There's like gangs out there, and they
Yeah.
team up and stuff. And like at one point, when Hazel was small, and I was just letting her like explore and go outside, and she was new, I was freaking out over all these big old squirrels that were coming to mess with her. And I had one of those what do you call airsoft guns? They shoot water pellets, so that I wouldn't
Okay.
actually. It would be like it's like a little water. It's like a little water BB, so it'll sting them, but then it breaks it and it turns into water. It's not going to
Yeah.
really hurt them, but
It
hopefully
it's a
scare them.
little it's a little BB for you, but when you're the size of a squirrel, it's like a
Yeah,
cannonball.
kind of a cannonball of water, like it's for them. It's a water balloon. So yeah, I don't think. I mean, a perfectly aimed one maybe could do damage or knock them down or something, but really it's not going to be powerful enough that it'll probably sting them. And I'm not that great of a shot. It was more like to scare them with little splashes of
Okay.
water of like, where are you going? There's water here. Don't mess
Okay.
with my girl. But it
And I can't
worked.
say and I can't say that you hit them in the nuts. Can't say that.
Well, they have plenty. They have a lot of nuts,
Okay.
so
Yeah, yeah.
is
Okay.
very likely to hit them in nuts. Yeah, actually, I had a conversation with her today as she was going for my pocket. That's not how it's going to work. I will reach in my pocket because I need to make sure you're grabbing the right nuts, and we don't want
Okay.
you getting confused because of what might be in my around my pocket area. So should know I reach in my pocket and you wait. You don't get it yourself.
Yeah. Well, I should say, people going, oh, it's the IBM Magic, oh, it's John Allen. This is going to be interesting. We're going to
Right.
be losing people, but you'll be gaining a lot of squirrel lovers.
A lot of squirrel information. Well, I mean, if you get me started, I should do a whole podcast on cats and squirrels, really. But
Not this
well,
one.
wait. No, I was going to ask the next question of
Go on.
live. No, but oh, do you know anything about, speaking of live animals? I saw a
Yes.
post recently that was something about, and I don't know the name, so we're not outing anybody, but something about an issue at the castle involving live doves.
It'd probably be more of an issue if they were dead,
Okay.
but I have no idea. I haven't heard that.
Maybe that was the issue. It was somebody basically complaining about, they didn't go into specifics about what was wrong or why they felt. I was assuming it had to do with, like, mistreating
I
them or animal
Yeah.
cruelty or something, because that's the main concern.
Again, I might be wrong, but I'm sure we'll get people telling us.
Yeah.
I thought the Magic Castle didn't allow acts with live animals anymore.
Mm.
Don't know if that's true or not. Someone let
Well,
us know.
I'm not sure. I didn't hear that was I don't think that's the case, but that could be. Well, and maybe this was something that was post from before, and they did talk about, like, something that happened years ago. So maybe I misread it and it wasn't like something current. They were just kind of like bringing it back or
Okay.
talking about it or something. I don't know. I just thought, since you were there recently and Javi was as well. I mean, I was too, but I didn't hear anything about that. But it was recent. But I didn't know if you had any information, and it segued nicely since we were talking
No,
about live
no.
/ not so live animals.
Yeah, we'll have to get another segue. Sorry about that. That's on me. That one's on me.
Oh, not necessarily. I mean, you don't have any pets.
No,
You're not to blame.
we'll probably have to move away from animal segues.
Right. Let's do that. Let's segue into something else. I would like to talk about your experience at the IBM convention, because actually, for those that don't know, this is going to be broadcast on the IBM Facebook page, and we were both at the last convention together.
Yes, we
you
were.
had an
Thank
interesting.
goodness you were there.
Thank goodness, absolutely. Yeah, and I was there in many forms as well,
Yes, you were.
including I don't remember if you knew right away or if you recognized right away, but remember this guy, Golden Boy. So
How can you not remember Golden Boy?
now look what I've done. It's
Oh my
snowing in New
God.
Orleans. Oh, I see.
Oh,
Remember what I was telling you? I was having there
you
we
got
go.
the white balance all okay.
Boom.
Yeah,
Magic.
yeah.
Wow.
So
Okay.
if you ever do it online, you're gonna have to change it from Golden Boy to, I don't know, Blue Boy or something like that.
Well, I could be Green Screen Boy
Green
easily.
Screen Boy. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
I've been
But
messing around a lot with because look, here's
don't give away
something.
the method. Don't give away the method of how Green Screen Boy does his magic.
Okay. There's nothing there.
Wow. Cool. So IBM, yes. IBM in rainy, stormy Texas.
Was it raining and storming? We were inside for the most part.
I know. I mean, it was outside, which is where the weather normally is. Yes.
Good. It's better
Um,
than raining inside. But I didn't even remember
yeah.
that part. Yeah, I think at one point we did walk in the rain. What I wanted you to talk on. Oh, and I have to grab something. I forgot a prop. Damn it! It's a prop specifically for you. I know where it is. But what I wanted you to reference was your interesting idea when you were emceeing the contest, because you're not allowed, and there's well, actually, you can tell the reason behind it. And I thought this was, and I love improv. Improv's
Yeah.
mastering improv to me makes a huge difference in any performance, and
We can talk
that
about
to me
that.
was a very risky improv. Well, set it up while I grab this thing real quick. About first of all, it was the first time you tried it, right?
It's the first time I'd ever emceed any show.
Oh, that's right. Okay, I forgot about that. Wow, you are a risk taker. That to me is crazy. Hold on, I'm gonna grab that. Tell them what the idea was.
So I was asked to MC the competition, and one of the things with being the MC for the competition is you can't build up the acts. You have to be completely neutral, and if I'm right, you do their name and where they're from. And so, with if you're in a show, you want to say this guy's been on TV, he's got a show in Vegas, he's absolutely fantastic, whatever. Nothing. So you have to be completely impartial. Uh, but I had never done this before, so I said I have asked some people for some advice on how to MC a show. I think I've asked the wrong people, so I've been told I can't say anything about the acts before they go on, but nobody said anything about saying something after they finish their acts. So what I wanted to do, because I don't think anyone has ever done this for a competition, I said, can I just say something negative about every act? Because nobody could believe that the MC would say something bad about a competition act. And I had this idea, and a couple of people were going, "You really shouldn't." And I was like, "Just trust me." And other people will go, "Yeah, go for it." So it's one of those where I wanted to get enough people to say yes, go for it. And there was the president, and I told him the idea, and he's like, "Okay, if you think it's good." But the one thing I did, and you were I think the first person that I asked, I said there were about eight competitors, were there, something like that.
It
So I
was the
said
stage, right? Stage competition. Yeah.
it was stage, yeah, yeah. Oh, I think it was a mix of stage and close up, or maybe
No,
no, it was just
no,
stage.
it was just stage.
I
Yeah.
said I said I'm going to ask every act if it's okay. If one person said I'd prefer it if you didn't, then I wouldn't have done it. It was only
Okay.
because every act said that's fine, but I wasn't going to say very much. All I was going to do is one thing. And so the first guy that came on, he won, didn't he? Was it Voronin's son? I think it was. He does it was like acrobatics with jug magic when he's doing handstands and things like that. Yeah, if I'm right. I didn't see
Um.
it, but
Well,
it
I was
it
backstage,
was
so
sort of
I didn't actually see
circus.
it
Yeah,
either. Okay,
but it was sort
but
of
that's the one
circus
that
when
was
you're on your
winning.
hands and doing manipulation. I know it was incredible. The crowd were going mad, and he ended up winning. So as it finished, the curtains closed, and I come out and I just went whatever, and that was it. And the crowd just burst into hysterics because all I just said, yeah, whatever. And once they got the laugh from that moment, I knew it was going to work. And I think for yours, you'd done Golden Boy. It was fantastic, and I just went oof. And it was just it was just
That
a
was
one. It was just. I mean, and yeah, I saved that one for you. Oof. And so I had. I think another one was.
and I didn't win, by the
the-
way.
No, you didn't.
No.
You almost did, but
Yeah, sure. No,
I
I
had that
will.
to
We'll
do
bring
with
it
the
back.
judging.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was all these like one word or one, uh, sound or
Right.
something. So it could have been just a yeah. It was just this one little negative thing, and I just thought it would be funny to do for competition because nobody would ever do anything negative for the acts, and thankfully the Americans got the humor, and it was great. It was great, and
And
there were
then
some other things as well.
it became it became a callback as well because you were spoofed. One of the other MCs, because you did an act in one of the gala
Yes,
shows, and whoever was MCing then did the one word thing for you,
yeah,
which I can't remember what
yeah.
the word was,
I
but
can't remember either, but
it worked. That part
yeah,
worked.
yeah. Because you thought,
Yeah.
it'll be something for people to talk about. To go, I can't believe he did that. So, but as I said, it was thanks to all the acts agreeing to it that I was able to do it.
Good
So yeah,
stuff.
it was a lot of fun.
I still
A lot
find
of
it hard
fun.
to believe. I don't understand how that was your first time emceeing a show when um it just seems that with your style that a lot of comedy magicians naturally gravitate toward that or are asked to do that, not just for magic events or magic conventions or those gatherings, but I would say in my career, a large percentage of what I do has been as an MC, actually. Not as
Yeah,
large as doing like magic shows or walk around, but maybe even 25% of my work. I've actually done a lot of that, a lot of MC stuff, and so that
yeah.
really surprised me. Would
Well, thank you.
Wait, like, yeah, I think somebody would have found a talent for that you might have a talent for that long ago. But so,
Who'd have thought?
has your career, your performance wise been more niche? Like, what would you say your regular gig, or what's your percentage, or what's the most frequent type of gig that you work?
I mean, in the UK, it's still close-up magic for either social events or corporate events. Every so often, I get to do a stand-up show at the end of a dinner or something like that. So it is predominantly just the close-up. So for us, it will be drinks reception and round the tables as well in between the courses of a meal, which I believe in America is not really the done thing. It's the drinks reception and then after dinner show. Am I right?
Right, right.
Yeah. So, but in the UK, there's a drinks reception. You have so mix and mingle magic and then table magic in between courses of the dinner, and then we can do an after dinner show as well for that. But I love doing stage. You know, if it's up to 100 people, that's absolutely my niche. You know, if someone says, "Oh, we've got 800 people," fine, I'll do 800 people. I did a show in was it Tobago? I think there's about 1,000 people there. It's fine. I don't mind. But yeah, I like being on stage. There's a little bit of scripting involved, but I do like to just think on my feet and off the top of my head. Um, actually, one of the other things, if I can say it, with the IBM, if you remember, there was the president's reception the
Right.
night before, and it got quite loud, and it got closed down. It was that loud.
Right. Yeah.
And so obviously with the competition, you want to get the audience, clapping for the people and giving them some encouragement. So I just thought, kind of maybe like half an hour early or something about, I want you to go as they need your energy. If you can make as much noise as you possibly can, or just pretend you're at the president's reception last night, just go. And it was, you just link two things together, and
Yeah.
there you go. Um, so yeah, I script a little bit when I'm on stage, but I think for me, by doing a lot of things, and this is what I find doing Spellbound, is you kind of know pretty much what you're going to say, but then when you work it a lot, your ad libs become your script.
Sure.
I find it very difficult to write a script if I'm just sitting, I'm just sitting here in my cabin. I'm thinking, right, what should I say if I do this? Because you're not in the moment. But
Right.
when you're on stage and you've got a layperson on stage with you, because don't forget, they can give you some of the best lines you could ever come up with.
Absolutely.
So yeah, so when I'm on stage, I'm kind of also, even if I've done things hundreds and hundreds of times, I'm always trying to think of how can I change it slightly. What can I say that will elicit a response that I don't know what people are going to say back to me, and that's what keeps it fresh. If you've got a script and you stick with it and you're on stage, it can come across as though you are just reading a script from memory.
And start feeling tired, or that you're maybe tired of your own material. And what you
Yeah,
just summed up is a perfect description of what I've tried to explain to a lot of people for years, in that whether they know it or not, a magician who is interacting, doing close up magic, or any interaction where a volunteer is involved, is slowly progressing in the world of improv without even knowing it, slowly learning these skills when they don't necessarily know what they're called or can't put a definition to it. And that's what I realized when I started doing formal improv training, of like, it all made sense. It started clicking as to why this works, why I've been doing it this way, what I've been learning along the way, because you have this natural interaction that's taken place. Because even if you have a script, they don't. So anytime there's a volunteer involved, it's not going to go scripted. They don't have a script, so they are your improv partner in this situation. And you start learning what works, what doesn't, how to work with these people, what to expect, and how to predict what they're about to do, and sort of gain a mastery of that. But have you
yeah,
had any other training, or what background do you have as far as either theater, improv? Did you have any formal improv training,
absolutely
acting?
none,
Okay.
none at all.
So strictly
No, it's
magic, and so kind
just
of self-learned
it.
through doing enough magic.
Yeah, Yeah, it's the way I am, and I always seem to give him a shout out if I'm sort of doing an interview. But David Williamson just changed my life, completely
Absolutely.
changed my life.
Oh, geez,
Uh,
yeah.
I always say it's if you've seen comedians telling mother-in-law jokes and knock jokes, and then Robin Williams comes along. That
Yeah.
was the seismic shift that I saw when I first saw David Williamson, and I go, I've never seen anybody like him. Like a lot of magicians, I wanted to be him. But his
Yeah.
style and the way that he can just find funny in everything, and I love that. I absolutely love it. And so yeah, I try and either set up situations, or if you're just talking open-ended questions. One thing that I've adopted years ago, and I highly suggest people try this. So if after this, just go out and try this. Magicians will always say, "Oh, write your name on, get someone to write
Oh,
their name on a
that was
word."
just about. I was just about to bring it up.
Go on.
That you were the first person I saw do this at 4F. It was one of my first experience seeing you. So that literally was my next question for you. Can you tell us about what you've done with the ambitious card?
Okay. Thanks for the question.
Yeah, I mean, at
So
least I got to get credit for I had a psychic moment there.
there you
You
go.
you read
There you
my
go.
mind is what it was. Yeah.
I'll take credit. As magicians, we always say, "Oh, get them to write their name on a playing card," because it makes it unique and it makes it personal. So first of all, if they did anything on that card, if they drew a squiggle, did whatever, it's unique. Doesn't need to be the name. Secondly, the name is only personal to one person in that group,
Right.
and you're going to be, if you get them to sign a card, you're going to start saying the same thing. So for ambitious card, the signed card goes into the pack, and then the signed card comes to the top, and I put it into the pack, and it comes to the top. There's nothing you can really do with it. It's still just a signed card. So what I've done, which I call ad libitious card, see what I did there, is I say write any word in the English language on the face of the card, and I will try and crowbar this into the presentation. So I actually call the trick a presentation, which is kind of nice. And they have free reign on whatever whatever word they want to do. And I've sort of get a little bit more comedy from that. So for me, I go, so Michael, there's you get to write any word in the English language on the face of the card. There's about 450,000 words in the English language that you could choose from. And actually, where are you from?
Louisiana, New Orleans.
Okay, about 250,000 words in the English language. And so,
Uh,
yeah, Florida's
Yep.
even less. But so what you get is, you can just say, okay, write your name and then write a word, just write any word. But then you can move it on a little bit and figure out, well, how many words are there? Okay, 450. Well, now it'd be funny if there's a place, that, if they're from Boston or they're from Florida, from wherever, you can have a go at or a little dig at how many, all this far fewer words where you live. And it's just funny. And I get it in Australia, and I go there, oh, okay, so there's about 300,000. Most of those are words for animals that can kill you. And so also with ad lib, and you'll know this, I think if you know a little bit about a lot,
Yeah.
it helps you when you want to improvise an ad lib. So the idea of this ad libitious card, coming back to it, is you now have to try and work either that word or things associated with that word into your ambitious card routine. And so, for example, one of my favorites was envelope. So envelope, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put my own stamp on this trick. You know, um, don't ask me how I do it. We'll talk about that in post and all of this. And no, let her speak. Let
That's
her speak.
fabulous.
But then the best thing was with the card. So I go, okay, so this is the envelope, okay, and do you know where it is right now?
On top
On top. Do you know why it's still there?
because you didn't do
Because
magic.
because it's stationary.
Oh, nice.
So the envelope is stationary,
Wow.
and that's one of my
That's
favorites. But
fantastic.
anything, anything, it just makes you think on the spur of the moment. So whatever word, sometimes they don't.
I'll never forget that. And now I'm going to just find a reason to work in an envelope or get somebody to ask me about an envelope just so I can just bring up
Just
that
so you could
joke.
do, yeah, there you
That's
go.
fabulous. Yeah. You know why that
Uh,
envelope is not moving? That's
yeah,
great.
but any word, and it just makes you think of what can I do
Yeah.
that's unique for these people.
That's
And
fabulous. And
sometimes,
every time you do it, you're getting amazing improv practice right there, like
yeah,
solo without having a partner. I think the reason a lot of people don't advance is because it's always considered partner training, partner games. And so unless you're meeting with people on a regular basis, you don't really get to practice. But that simply isn't the case because you can find ways every day with whoever you're interacting with to
yeah,
try out improv, try out jokes and see how they react and work with it and get them to just provide you with material, see how you're going to use it.
yeah. Just say, give me a word, any word, and I'll see what I can do. And sometimes there's so many that could be done, but also you've got things like love. There's a lot of things for love and religion, so those things are kind of the same. Places, any type of place is the same. Animal, whatever's. Um, and what I say is that if you're having difficulty, or if they give you a word, I think someone gave me the word elegy. I can't even remember what that means, but it's like. But here's the thing: is if you're having difficulty when you first start doing this, you're going to go back to what would have been your best ambitious guide routine anyway.
Right,
So you
sure.
may as well try something, because if you can't, okay, well, just go back to what you were going to do in the first place, and that's the worst case scenario. And the other thing with doing it with a word, which I suggest, is if they go, what, any word, it's going to be a rude word.
Mm.
And if it's a rude word, you kind of know what your audience is going to be like. Because if they're all erupt in laughter, then you're going to have great fun. But if everyone else goes, "Oh, Michael, come on, don't write that. Come on, please don't." But invariably, you're going to have fun. And for me, I'm the sort of performer that if that's where the audience wants to go, I will go there with them. You know, maybe if it's a Sunday church meeting or something like that, yeah.
Right.
But I've had pretty much every of the top 10 rude words that you can think of.
So speaking
Which
of
is
which, because I was just go ahead.
okay.
Sorry, you
I
were
was going to say, because this may be a segue. Some of them are really funny because the end of my ambitious card routine is this. So if you can imagine some words being in your mouth, it's
sure.
yeah, yeah. Even if
I can
whatever,
imagine some words being in your mouth.
you have
Um,
chocolate, but that's the thing. If someone has a food stuff, like peanut. If someone writes peanut, I've had someone write peanut. I have a peanut allergy. Maybe you shouldn't have said that, but I have an allergy. You just work with what you're given. It's great.
That's awesome. I love that. And yeah, great moments practice improv. The segue was about blue material. I was just having this conversation. Actually, Meadow Perry is driving right now to perform at a bachelorette party, and was
Right now.
asking right now, right as we're speaking, she's driving
Oh, I was
there
going
to
to say,
she's performing at a bachelorette party, and we were
okay.
talking about. She was asking about like at what point, how do bachelorette parties, do they expect you to be like somewhat crass, or do they expect blue material? And I'm like, you got to read the room. You got to read the room, and that's what she's saying. I'll get there and figure it out. Have you ever worked a bachelorette party?
I we don't have bachelorette parties as such. We call them hen parties.
That sounds
Bachelorette
worse.
sounds best. Yeah.
It sounds like
It
it's
was
going to get pretty
AIDS.
foul. I'm guessing it gets pretty foul.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
You could do you do
So
your do your rope trick? You could call it hen tie.
the hen tie. No, no, but I actually peck my routines very carefully. Uh,
Now, is it the
but
same thing? Now, I don't know this. Like you saying, we
what?
don't have bachelorette parties, we have hen party. But is
Yeah,
it
it's the same thing. It's a different
just
name. It's
called
it's before you
okay?
get married.
But
So yeah,
same
before you get
kind
married.
of traditions and same kind of ridiculousness. And
Yeah, pretty
although
much.
I'm guessing the American ones are at least the ones that come down to Bourbon Street here with their sashes, uh,
Yeah,
and
yeah, we
wearing
get
the
that as well.
okay,
We get
okay.
that as well because
Figured, yeah.
I think, yeah. So they can be
What
quite
happens
wild.
in
I've done a
London?
couple.
What happens in London stays in London.
stays on
Woo!
the internet.
I'm getting married.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they can be quite well, but of course you go in, you know, dressed in like smart. And what's really nice is they go, "Oh, you're the stripper," and it's like, no, but thank you for thinking I could have been, which is still quite nice.
Well, you
And
realize this
then
is, I mean, you realize that that's the first thing I have to shoot down just based on the phone call, right? Because of my name.
yes,
So many
yes,
calls that don't intend to, I get calls that they're not even intending to get a magician, but if they are, I need to clarify right away by saying I'm not that Magic Mike. And especially, which is weird, I actually did like 3 bachelorette parties in the last 2 months. Like it's becoming a thing now. And it is because a video went viral, and as a magician from Chicago doing doves in like a house party, doing an incredible job with it too. Like you can't see anything. This video went
yeah,
viral, and people are like, "Oh my god, I want magic at my party." And so like now we're getting calls, but I have to always clarify. Like you realize I'm hashtag not that Magic Mike.
yeah. So you're
And
producing doves.
I'm not, no, but that's why people have the idea of having magic, but there also is still the idea of having Magic Mike. You know what I'm referencing, right? The
Of course.
the actor chanting scrotum or whatever his name is that stole my name.
Yeah, Channing
And
Totem
yeah,
Pole. Yes.
right. And so for that reason, you gotta make sure you clarify. But I mean, they should know you. Well, still you have to clarify because it's a
Yeah,
bachelorette party,
because
so you
they
gotta
they
know.
uh, they book and they think I'm the actress Joan Allen. So I have to explain, who's in the Bourne films. So I have to explain I'm not that I'm not the actress Joan Allen. I'm John Allen. We get the same sort of mistakes
Sure,
between us.
still your
So
name.
yeah.
Right on.
Um, but the thing is once they know you're not the stripper, and then they go, oh, and then you have to tell them you're a magician, and then it goes down even further. So then you've got to bring them back up again.
Right.
Um,
Yeah.
but that's the thing where you have to go where they want you to go in a way. You can't just go, no, you just sit there and let me do my things. Let me show you my tricks. You just can't do that. So they can be quite fun. And a lot of there's I have no idea because I don't know what's going to happen. And it's kind of nice, if they what the nice thing actually is, and again, this isn't for everybody, is a lot of people think you are going to be very straight and very oh, no, please, I'm trying to do my job here. So, it's like if they write a really rude word and what's the rating on this? Can we go rude? You're gonna
Oh, on this
bleep me
you're
out?
you're asking me
Yeah,
now? I thought that's what you're
yeah.
asking them at the party.
No, I'm asking
Um,
you.
well, actually, yeah, we try to keep it pretty clean because we broadcast
Okay.
and put it with the IBM stuff, and then but what I've been doing
Okay.
is if you want to talk about other stuff later, what I do is I keep you on, I end it, I take off the logo, and then we do what I call the after party, and that's
Yeah,
where
yeah.
you can be as foul as you want because it's not being broadcast the same way. So it'll probably be
Okay.
just like my Twitch community, and they're as
Yeah.
crass as you can imagine.
Okay,
They're
we'll
like
see. But
that's like a community of like Ren Fair people. That's how like raunchy they are.
we'll keep it clean for now. But if they want to be rude and they maybe they're trying to be rude towards you or trying to embarrass you, then you go back at them and they're not expecting it. I remember there was one party, there was a girl, she was slightly drunk and she started to undo my shirt. And so I just started to, this was way before any Me Too thing or anything. This was
Okay.
way, and I just started to undo her blouse button, you know,
She started
like,
it.
yeah, she started it,
Yeah.
and
Right.
so not nowadays,
Sure. Yeah.
Um, but what I'm trying to say is that, that people don't expect you to play along with them as much. And if you can, this whole thing of, well, if they like you, you can do anything, which I don't agree with. But if they like you, it's going to be a much happier experience for everybody. Uh, so yeah, uh, that's my experiences, I guess, with hen parties.
Hen party. Interesting. What are the stag party? Is that the bachelor party? It's called stag?
Stag party. A
Okay.
stag is for the men yet. So
So the
haven't done any of those.
the men are deer and the women are flightless birds.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
but they do have eggs.
Right. I see.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not the 1950s anymore.
Let's move on.
Let's move on. Oh, hang on.
Thank you. Yes, I don't have mine with me.
That's what I went to
I'm gonna show
grab.
because I finished doing a
I'm
show.
waiting. I've been
Okay.
waiting for you to give me something cliche to work with, but I'll just go with that since I repeated the joke. 1950s joke.
Okay. There you go.
Cool.
There you go.
Love
Yeah,
it.
let's not tell people about that.
Okay.
It's too good.
Too good. What you tell people in every lecture you do.
I know.
Like you've told thousands of people about that.
I know.
Okay, well then they have to attend your lecture. There you go. All right, to know what
Exactly.
we're talking about. All right,
Exactly.
cool.
Oh, and by the way, because we talked about a segue, and you said because I did this as a segue,
Right.
and you said about blue material.
Yes.
I was doing that as a segue because the card was in my mouth.
Oh, nice, beautiful.
Yes. Yes.
I got that.
Um,
Yeah, it worked perfectly.
thank you very much. Thank you very much. So anyway,
Yeah, we saw that. I bet you can fit your whole deck in your mouth. Moving on.
sorry.
So
Moving on.
I wanted
That where were you? Where was it when you needed it?
you.
Thank you.
I'm surprised you don't sleep with yours, honestly, as often as you have it ready
I
to
just
go.
put it away. Hang on.
I mean, really,
Let me
for me,
just.
it's been so much funnier when in random settings we're like walking to the restaurant and yeah, I make a pun or something and you click it and I'm like, I can't believe you're ready for that now. Like that's hilarious.
I
So
don't have,
good.
but what you have, what you can then start doing is because I'm kind of known for it now is I just have to do that and yeah, same thing.
Same thing. Well,
So
I
you
knew
have
what
to
you're talking about for sure.
progress. You have to progress from needing that to just being able to mime it.
Nice.
But
Yeah, once they get it, once they know your attitude.
yeah,
It's
let me just
it's okay.
one
I
final
know.
look,
You're
and
like,
this is my case of things. No, doesn't matter. Not funny enough
well,
to go and get. Not
that's okay
funny
because
enough to go and get it.
there is something else that which you want to talk about, but we'll do that last. I have one more question about the castle, and then I've kept you including the part where we're just talking and you didn't know we started and I didn't know we started. We've gone for almost an hour already, so
Yeah.
I want to ask about
Well, there
this, but
was
first, yeah, I still didn't do
no.
your
I was
intro.
just
I'm gonna
yeah.
put
I
your
know. Go
intro.
on.
I'm gonna do your intro last, so I'll put your intro at the end.
Okay. So
Okay,
you'll introduce me and then nothing.
right.
Okay.
Credits. I'll introduce you, and then we'll just have like the ending music. I mean,
Okay. Okay.
I still got to put it together. I'm an artist,
You're
so
showing people behind the curtain. You shouldn't be talking
right.
about that.
It's
Everything is done in
look at my
sequential order.
yeah, but look at the logo. It's something up my sleeve, and the curtain's being pulled back. We're supposed to be. It's behind the scenes.
I'm
We're talking
sorry. It says something. You said
shop.
it says something. I'm looking at the screen. It says something up my, which is why I wasn't
Yes.
sure if we could get really, really dirty or anything. I have no idea.
I realized
Fill
that
in the
as I was
blanks
looking at this, I just realized that, and I don't know why I've never realized that before, and why nobody's pointed it out. Because I earlier I
because
was like, it doesn't show the word sleeve when we're
yeah,
talking in front of it, and I have
yeah. If
plenty of
only there was
clips
a
up.
way.
You know,
If only there was a way of moving the up my further over to the left, and then you'd have space for sleeve. But there's no way you could do that. So
not
maybe you should get people to
no.
maybe just people to make comments about something up my and see what's
Maybe
have a
tell me, guess,
competition for the
give me a
most.
word. I just like give me just improv. Give me a word, something up my what, and and then we'll just work with it.
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
a bit about it.
I can't think of anything off the top of my head.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of anything either that would be, other than a sleeve. What else would you put things up in?
Um,
Can't think of any.
arm
Yeah,
holder,
there's not many things. Yeah, maybe
no.
a glove
Street,
compartment.
glove compartment, street.
Something up my street. I should
Yeah,
start a whole new podcast. Yeah, something up my
yeah.
chimney. Something up my attic. Squirrel.
I just heard and was getting worried, but attic.
Attic.
We're
Yeah,
getting there. The output.
She. By the
Anyway,
way, back to the squirrels in the attic. So,
what do you mean back
essentially,
to the squirrels in the attic? We were never talking about squirrels in the attic.
we said
You just
attic.
want to crowbar. Hang on. You just want to crowbar squirrels and attic.
That's a reasonable segue to use the word attic. I would say, to be able to bring it
But you
back to
said
me talking about the
back to
squirrels.
squirrels in the
Well,
attic.
because
We were never talking about squirrels in the attic.
we did talk about
I'm
the
so
squirrels,
sorry. I'm so sorry for this, everybody. But
but that
let
was
him talk
before your
about squirrels
intro.
in the attic.
We talked about the squirrels before your introduction. We were talking about the squirrels,
Yeah, but
but
not in the
I'm bringing
attic.
it back to the squirrels. So they were in the attic for 3 months, or about, I think they're about 3 months old. She's had them live a very sheltered, literally sheltered life. And 2 days ago, they finally saw the outside, because I had a talk with her, and I got her to finally coax them out. I was like, they can't stay in the attic. They can't live in the attic all their life. But in reference to that, their names are Pistachio, Maple, and Frank. There's three of them. So the third one,
Oh, that's nice.
um,
That's
figure
nice.
that
Bit of
works.
history reference. That's nice.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know
Maple
the date
is
for it.
Canadian.
Yeah, and just kind of seems like a cool name for a squirrel, you know. Um,
Yeah.
and then the other two, well, Hazel
Squiggle would be a
Cashew,
good name for a
and then
squirrel.
her friend we named Macadamia. So we've been kind of going with a nut thing. So
Yeah.
I was going with all nut names, but I can't resist. I mean, they lived in the attic like they were hiding from the Nazis this entire time. So I couldn't resist.
Yeah.
Now that's assuming I can tell them apart, but I haven't figured that out yet. But I will.
Okay. It kind
We'll,
of sounds like you ran out of nut ones and went
you know,
directly to
no, because
1940s Germany.
I read that's what you do, right? When you run out of nuts.
Yeah.
Um,
Can I just point out, if you're going to try this improv thing and you
yeah,
don't know what to say, maybe steer clear of 1940s Germany if you have to just think of something.
you say, like, give me a word, but
Just
nothing Nazi related.
yeah,
Just
yeah,
keep it on the upbeat. Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Um,
Keep it light. Keep it light.
yeah, it's become
So
a
nuts are fine.
nuts are fine. But honestly, I need to make a list, because I was having trouble thinking. I'm like, there's so many nuts, but I was having trouble thinking of nuts to name my squirrels. I was like, Brazil nut. No, that doesn't really work. Peanut. There's
Hang on.
already
How does
there's tons.
Brazil work? How does Brazil not work and macadamia does?
Macad is
And
macadamia.
secondly,
Well,
and secondly, why am I caring so much?
that's what you should really be asking yourself.
How
Yeah.
dare you draw me in like that?
Yeah, we should take a poll. Everybody's gonna want to try help name the squirrels. That's what I was gonna do, but we couldn't find them for the longest time, and then finally realized they were living in the attic.
Yeah.
So,
Actually, one does need to be called Coco.
cocoa. Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
coconut. Yeah. Cocoa makes sense. Well, if I can ever illegally sneak one of those cool looking black squirrels from up north, because we only have the kind of the gray squirrels down here, and they're regional. So the ones with the tufts on the ears, the red ones, those are so cool, but they're not supposed to be down here. So you'd literally have to like sneak one into our wildlife. But they live
Yeah.
in the
Yeah.
snow and stuff, so they probably wouldn't even like it down here.
I think what's
Yeah.
also going to be really good when people watch this is the animation while talking about squirrels over that side versus the sort of deadpan waiting for you to finish over this side. It's a real split screen.
Yep, absolutely. But enough about squirrels.
No, we want more.
Speaking of ADD, what was my question?
Yeah,
Oh, early set or late set? You were in the parlor when you
yeah,
were in. So a few weeks ago at the castle, you'd worked the parlor, which is where I was a couple weeks later, and
yeah,
I had the late set. Um,
yeah.
did you have the early set or late set? Have you done
I
both? What's
the
your
most
opinion?
recent one the most recent one I did early parlor. The one
Okay.
before that I did late parlor. And I spoke to John Armstrong about it. Wonderful guy, and we spoke about it. And yeah, for me, late parlor, no, thank you, no,
For
thank you.
you?
Early parlor, yeah, early parlor every time. When I did the late parlor, I mean, even just the way that the timing works at the Magic Castle, there might be like one of the middle shows If there's not enough people, or there's people there but they're having dinner, you
Right.
might not do a middle show. But when you've got 12, 15 on a weeknight, you may have fewer people, or maybe one doesn't happen. The crowds are still great. I mean, as a
Right.
performing place, the Magic Castle is just the absolute pinnacle. But for me, if I do, what do I mean? When I do a great show, you're buzzing after a show. You're absolutely buzzing. Thank you. You're absolutely buzzing after a show, and you walk out and there's no one there.
Yeah.
It's like I just want to tell someone about a magician who can appreciate maybe something that had happened or whatever.
That's a
But
noticeable difference for sure. That
yeah,
depressed me when I walked out to darkness, realizing,
yeah,
oh, we just shut the place down. And when you're
yeah,
used to being like, I can't wait to hang out with people, go have a drink at the bar, go sit in the piano room, and guess what? Nope, you're basically done. So if you
yeah,
want to hang out, you're gonna have to show up early.
yeah,
So that I think was the main disadvantage of being on the late set.
yeah.
But
But
I
also,
I do like the level of the crowds at that point. I think with my style, and that may have had to do with like why I was on the late set, like put the New Orleans guy with the drunk people, right? That makes
yeah,
sense. Where some people
yeah,
want to
yeah,
avoid
yeah,
them. Yeah.
yeah. Put
I'm
the
like,
British
on,
guy on.
baby. It's
Yes,
like home to me. It's
the
warm and
polite
cozy.
British man.
Right.
But also you were saying about hanging out as well, is that if you do the late one, you're walking around, but no one knows who you are because they haven't seen you yet. They may
Right.
recognize your photograph that's obviously printed,
Right.
but when you've done a show and then you're walking around, then you get the, oh, I saw your show, it was great, and that's all very nice. But people
Right.
want to talk to you, especially if you're from England, and they want to find out a little bit more. And I just love talking to people and just finding out about people, and and that's really nice. But
Yeah,
you
you
might be
go
the
from
person that
you were a
I
rock
want to walk
star.
around.
You go
Yeah,
from you're either rock star or undercover rock star, basically.
yeah. There might be people that go, I don't want to talk to people. I just want to do my act,
Right.
which is fine. You know. So it's different things for different people. But yeah, for me, early parlor. It's been a while since I've done the close up. Never done the stage there. Never done the palace. Um, but yeah, parlor for me is
And
probably for
now
you as
I'm
well.
guessing
It's
that's
just the
yeah,
best.
that's my favorite room. I've only been twice, once on stage and was essentially the MC and did one act and absolutely love the stage and bigger crowd, more people to reach. And I was there with Meadow Perry and Oscar Munoz, had a fabulous show,
Oh yeah,
great
yeah,
variety
yeah,
there. But having that parlor setting, the fact that someone built a room that so highlights what it is that we decided to be good at in life, and it's there for the taking. It just blows my mind every time, and
yeah,
that is definitely now that's my favorite place and favorite
yeah.
place to be
But
in.
but again, for me with the parlor is it's big enough to do larger scale things, or make smaller things play big and bring people up on stage to help you. But then it's also small enough that I can see you and hear you, and I will talk back to you.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know, and also people sometimes want to chip in with things, just the way that I'm performing. So you get, obviously that happens in close up. So yeah, you get the best of both worlds in the parlor room.
Love it. Yep. I guess that was kind of a question mainly for me of curiosity. I've been kind of going to quiz
Okay,
everybody who's performed there and go like, what is your favorite room and why?
uh,
Because there's going to be guys
okay.
that absolutely love the close up room more than anything. Um,
Yeah, you could have just maybe sent me a message,
yeah.
at a
Instead of using
in the
everybody else's
afternoon.
time, right? Because they
Yeah.
might not care. Like, we don't care what you
Well, you
just
can cut and
do
you
your
could have
job,
cut and
magic
paste
boy.
it. Yeah, they
I can
cut and
still
paste the question to
edit
everybody.
this out. I might just edit this out. I might just edit myself out and leave you on screen by yourself for a while. Just
That's fine. That's fine. So, what do you think?
wait. Did Javi get there? Did Javi show up? Oh damn.
No,
Okay. Still
no.
hoping to get Javi. Okay. Still hoping to get Javi on board. Um,
I'll
let's
speak to him for you.
I don't want to keep you too long. I will keep you a little bit later after we officially end and before I do your intro, and that way we can talk about whatever you want. But you'll know that it will cut beforehand. It won't be going into the general public. But
Okay.
let's talk about, and I know it's later for you there since you're in the UK. So,
I'm in Europe.
oh, it is in Europe?
Yes, I'm in Europe. I'm on the
Oh,
ship, remember?
so confused. I know, but I just thought the ship was
Go,
on the
go.
West Coast. I didn't know where the
No.
ship was. Okay.
Okay.
Well, that makes
Okay.
so Javi wasn't completely lying to me.
Not completely.
Not completely, yeah.
No.
Okay, gotcha. All right. So yeah, you are in different times. Yeah, because that's why I didn't. I'm like, you'd be earlier than me. That makes no sense. Gotcha. Okay.
No.
So now we know where the boat is. We know where to find you. So, um, I hate to give you the silent treatment, but let's talk about the silent treatment.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. And yeah, can you talk about the silent treatment? That kind of sounds weird. Now,
Yeah.
I don't know if this video was for me or to share, and if so, then I will edit it in where I'll share it so they'll know exactly what you're talking about, so
You
you can
can,
reference
yeah,
it.
you can. You could. It's the trailer for the latest, possibly the last iteration of the silent treatment. So this is it's the silent treatment stage edition.
I can share it now. I know how to do it. I know how to press these buttons. You want me to do that now so you can know what you're referencing?
Well, uh, if you want to, or you can just edit it in, and then we'll just go, and that was it. But then people will hear us talking about this and realize that you've just
Okay.
edited in, or it wasn't done live. So it's up to you. I know what the trailer looks like.
I saw this live because you did IBM, right?
I did. So
Okay.
I'll tell people, for those that don't know. So the
Oh
silent
wait,
treatment.
let me set up. So
in 2005, I created something that caught the imagination of magicians around the world, and a classic routine was born: the silent treatment. It was designed for close-up and parlor shows, but I'd always wanted a version that could be performed on stage for a large audience. Finally, I have the solution. This is the silent treatment stage edition. It is the perfect opening effect, drawing in the audience from the start. There's a sense of mystery and intrigue as the routine unfolds without you saying a word. With clear directions and built-in humour, the Silent Treatment Stage Edition delivers a unique and stunning finale that the audience never sees coming. You get everything you need to start performing the routine, and once set up, you can perform an engaging and truly powerful effect unlike any other. The Silent Treatment Stage Edition is simple to perform with an impact that goes far beyond the effort needed to achieve it. You get a few upgrades with this edition. The pages are much larger than the original. With the provided display pockets, it is easily customizable for whatever language you need, or for whatever type of presentation you want to give. The one major improvement I'd always wanted is that now any card can be named. This means there are no restrictions for where you can perform this incredible routine. If you're looking for a perfect opener to your act that draws your audience in, engages with them, and delivers a truly incredible finale, then you found it in the Silent Treatment Stage Edition.
And that was the trailer for Silent Treatment.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm very proud of it. It's hopefully it shows you all the best bits about why I love the silent treatment. But as I said, this is a stage version, and even though I came up with the original silent treatment, it's about 20 years ago now, and I actually I debuted it at 4F. And I just remember that the magicians coming up to me afterwards and say, I've just never seen anything like that. That was just amazing. I don't remember exactly what they said word for word, but it was this brand new effect routine where effectively you come out, you're not talking, you've got the words on the pages, and so people are reading what you're supposed to be saying. You ask them to think of a card that they can see on the page, and there's some a bit of byplay, as we say. and they name their card, and then at the end, which is what I love, is they said, "Would you like to know why during this entire time I haven't opened my mouth?" And when they and when they look at your mouth, there's a folded card pops out of the mouth. You take it, you unfold it, and it's their card. So the whole reason you haven't been talking for this entire time is you had their card in their mouth, and it just gets the best reactions. Actually, I will send you another video which you can add in, showing some of the reactions that it gets at the
Cool.
Magic Castle.
Oh,
So
nice.
we'll edit that in now.
Those were
And that
great
was it.
reactions.
They were.
Oh, wait,
absolutely.
now
Absolutely, weren't they?
those were great reactions.
They were. They were. And they were all genuine as well, as you can see. They were just genuine reactions. But here's what I liked about it. So we've had the silent treatment. There's a few different versions, but I always wanted one where someone could just name any card. There's no restrictions. They can name any card, and it also, the stage, I wanted the boards to be big. So the original one was maybe this size, as you see in the trailer, the size difference. But these pages are European A3 size, which in America is dub over my voice what that is in American size. So these are really big, and people can think of any card you like. But it's just this. It just turned into this like iconic opening effect of pages with the words written on, and the reason that you're not talking, which they suddenly realize, which is so great about it, is that the only reason you're not talking is you've got their card in your mouth. And I absolutely love this as an opener, because we see online so many people saying, I need something really quick and flashy as an opener to my act, just to grab their attention. And for me, you don't need something flashy and quick to grab attention, because you can grab attention, but then you can just quickly lose it. But for me, I come out, there's music playing, I don't say anything, which is really weird for audiences. They're already wondering what's going on. And then when I'm showing them the pages, you're drawing them in. There's some humor and comedy built into it as well. And you're just drawing them in, and they don't know why you're not talking. They don't know what's going on, but they're taking part. And that's what's so good about the finale, is this realization, and you can hear people going, oh no, and realizing what's about to happen, which is a great position to be in. And then you pull the card out and show it. And we were talking about improv earlier, but to be able to entertain without saying anything. I don't mean entertain as in doing the magic tricks, but engaging with an audience and being funny and being humorous without saying anything. It's kind of liberating in a way, especially if you are an actor that talks and jokes around. So I love this as an opener. I'm doing it every single show here. Every time I've been at the castle, I've opened with the silent treatment as well. And for me, it's just one of the best openers in Magic.
Now, it helps if you have these amazing facial expressions, and When was this filmed?
This was filmed maybe July, possibly. It was
Oh, like
either it
this
was
is recently?
yeah, it's fairly recently.
You look like
It
10 years
is fairly
younger.
recently.
Is that what you look like without glasses?
Well, this is the Superman effect.
That's amazing. I mean, it's totally working for me. I'm like, I think
Yeah.
you look like you could play the next James Bond. Like,
Yeah,
and I'm, assuming that
put in a
when you
word.
finally speak, I mean, this is silent, but assuming when you finally speak, you have an English accent. Like I'm
Yes.
assuming that at this point, since you haven't
Yeah.
spoken yet, that
Yeah.
when you finally open your mouth, this guy looks like he might have an English accent, and if so, he could. Look at this guy; he could play the next
There you
James
go. Well,
Bond.
excuse me. The Magic Castle's in Hollywood. I've done it for so many people. Not one person said, "You know what? You could be the next James Bond."
You know what?
Yeah.
That's why that industry. I swear, like I don't really believe in it. Like, what's going on there? People just give roles to their friends. That's how it works,
Yeah.
Oh shoot! That didn't. I pulled the wrong John down. Sorry, I was keeping the James Bond version of you, and I removed the cruise ship version of you. Hold on, let me remove the James Bond. Okay, we're good.
Thank you. There you go. Yeah, actually, many years ago, someone suggested that I go to, I think it was NBC, for an audition after being at the castle, and I can't remember because it was so long ago, and I don't remember. Something seems to be in my memory that it
Oh,
was.
you were gonna do the voice of the Geico lizard guy, the gecko for that guy. You were
The
gonna do that
Geico. Yeah,
Geico. You
isn't
were
that
gonna do
Matthew
the
Mc?
lizard
Is that
voice.
Matthew McConaughey, or am I completely wrong?
Completely wrong. He's not even English. I think he's got what is it, an Australian accent maybe?
I have no idea.
It's ridiculous. I mean, lizards don't sound. Obviously, lizards don't have English accents.
Yeah,
So it's
but
ridiculous.
but thank you for treading on the punchline there. It actually wasn't a punchline. It was the end of it of what I was asked to do an audition for.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. I'm sorry, because I stepped on the story, not the punchline, right? Like it's a true story.
It is a true story.
Okay,
So
so
I went to the studios there, and I think it was. I'm sure it was NBC, and I'm sure it was because this is, I said, a long, long time ago, and I'm pretty sure it was up for the part of probably Ross in Friends. I did a reading. I'm no good. I'm not an actor.
That long ago?
That long ago.
But okay,
So,
were they gonna maybe have Ross have an English accent?
I have no idea whether they wanted to see if I could do an American accent or whatever.
Did you audition with
Did
you audition with an American accent?
I honestly, I don't even remember anything really about it. I just remember going there, doing something, and they were like, "Yeah, okay," and it was like nothing because I don't act. I thought maybe I could, but there's something.
I mean, I don't know about you. I feel like this guy can act.
Yeah, I mean, when you're on stage,
look at his face. This is like a Christopher Walken moment right here. Like this is hardcore. So I think you could.
I think someone had probably said something to me, but actually, what's really weird is that because you can't talk because you have a card in your mouth, if someone says something or does something, like on the ship once, we had someone who's been a bit disruptive, and I couldn't really say anything because you can't sort of go, "Can you please just shut up?" Well, it kind of ruins it a little bit. So when you're a little bit of a disadvantage, so you have to, you have to give them a stare, and again, people bring their phones out. So again, you can't go, "Can you put your phone away?" So you have to go, whatever. So yeah, so you have to do a little bit stern. So yeah.
So what I want to know is, like, now I'm curious if you audition with an American accent, or can you do an American accent? And
absolutely,
if you can,
that's the only word I know. No.
Okay. Well, either way, we'd like to hear it.
Well, you do your English accent.
Okay, I could. Well, okay, give me somebody to. I think I could do one. It's probably horrible. But give me somebody to like emulate, because I don't really have any phrases prepared.
Well, I don't have any American phrases prepared either.
What? Okay, that
It's
makes it
like,
well.
well, but there's so many different because you can be from Boston and ask for a cup of coffee. Um, uh,
All right,
or
I'll
oh
do
my
Hermione.
God, you're from Alabama. So
That
go
was
on.
good. I'll do Hermione
Thank you, Hermione. Of
because she has
all
an
the
English.
people,
Yeah,
of
I can do
all the
Hermione.
historical figures that the United Kingdom has produced that are male, you've gone for Hermione.
It's
You
the
didn't
first
even
one
go
I
for
could
Harry Potter.
think. I don't know if I can do Harry, but I can do her easily. Okay, watch. You'll be blown away. Okay, you ready?
Okay, hang on. Let me just be prepared, ladies and gentlemen. Hermione.
It's Leviosa, not Leviosa.
Okay, that sounded more like Elle from Legally Blonde.
Oh, I can probably do her.
You just did.
It's Leviosa. Yeah, just did. Yeah.
Oh my God, that was awesome. I have no idea whereabouts in America that's from. It's just America and a bottle of water.
That
So
was
no,
good. My friend used to say, my English friend Vicky would always, for some reason, the only thing that always sounded, she could say $50, and it sounded perfectly American. But that was the only thing she could say. For some reason,
yeah,
that worked. $50.
yeah. It's the odd words, like dollars. But there's all sorts of things that make the American accent the American accent. But there is no American accent
Oh,
because,
I
as I
know.
said,
There's
if you're in the
several,
deep
so
south
many.
or if you're from New York, wherever, it's just all completely different.
Well, there's no
So
English accent either because, as we know, there's so many different regions
yeah,
and places, and there's everyone will just like blanket it as English, or they meet somebody from New
yeah,
Zealand and say Australian. They because we just hear that they're kind of saying the words we know, but there's kind of an accent involved there.
yeah. Well,
Um,
here's a little bit of a cheat sheet for you. It's not an exact rule, but English people, the sentences are down at the end. Australians, they go up at the end.
that's true.
So it's a little bit of a hint. But a lot of Americans think that
Nor. Also, the word no is like 3 syllables and 5 letters. Nor.
no, isn't that Canadian?
Australian. No,
Oh,
Australian.
Australian. Okay. Oh,
Nor.
okay. Okay.
Norway.
Because I was going to say a lot of Americans think that the English accent is from the 1800s. They're like, "Oh, God love you, Mary Poppins," and all of that sort of thing.
I've got to
Yeah.
sweep these chimneys.
Yeah, exactly. Oh no, don't talk about chimneys and something up my chimney. We're going to get back to squirrels. Please don't go there.
Oh, I should check on them. Yeah, I gotta see how
Yeah.
they're doing.
So I have to bring it back talking about because I didn't quite finish telling you
Yeah.
about the silent treatment, if I may, because when is this going out? I mean, I know it's going out right now as people are
Well,
listening, but when is this?
roughly 1 month.
Oh, okay. So the silent treatment will have been out for a little while, and if people haven't actually got it, then they can now get it because as we're recording this, it will be in a few days' time, the big
Oh, cool.
release
Perfect.
on the 22nd. But it's now after the 22nd, so if you didn't know it was available, it is now available.
Excellent. And you'll send me the link, and we'll put it in the chat for sure. But where can we find it? Where can we get it?
I'll send you the link, and it should be available. Well, Murphy's will be distributing it. You can get it from your local dealers. My online shop, funnily enough, is onlinemagicshop.co.uk.
Online Magic Shop.
Appearing
Right there. Yep, perfect.
right there. So,
don't make it hard on me. Okay, fine, I'll try.
It'll
now I
be
gotta try
somewhere,
to and I gotta move it around.
somewhere, wherever.
So
just pause my video, pause my screen when I'm pointing to the right space.
Okay. I'll figure it out. This is what you call procrastination improv, or like because like where you set something up but you've got to complete the joke in post. Like I do that sometimes when I'm filming, where I realize this joke isn't going to play until the editor takes over, but it's really crazy thinking it's like future improv of like happening out of order.
Yeah,
it's
exactly. Partial improv. Yeah.
It's
so we'll try that.
improv.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Okay.
so
Well,
we're
we
improving,
we could,
and we'll finish the improv will be complete in a month or so if I can figure out how to move the text around.
okay, and let me just, and you can edit this in. Perfect. Just put that in when it's appropriate.
Okay, I'll clip it. We'll figure it out. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, thanks for the work.
Which is my pleasure.
I could have showed the video right now, but we'll wait and we'll stick it in there for sure. And yeah, any of the links and any other videos you want to send me or anything that you're promoting, but we'll go ahead and close it now and say have a fabulous time on that amazing cruise ship. I'm super jealous and want to be there, especially now that I know that Javi's on board. So
Yeah.
and also tell Javi hi, and also tell him well, screw you, buddy. So, and by the way,
Okay.
I'm gonna shame him right now since he didn't show up. Javi
Okay.
Benitez uses duct tape for his survival.
Hang on a second.
There, I said it.
Oh, hang on, no, because I got my earbuds in because I was going to film you talking about Javi, and I was going to show it to him.
Yeah.
So,
ready?
So just gesticulate to him. So this is for you, Javi.
Yeah, Javi, thanks for showing up. Apparently the Wi-Fi on the ship works fine since John's on the same boat you are. And
he can't hear me on here. Gesticulate. Do it with action in the form of interpretive dance or something.
Oh, you're calling him live.
What would you like to say? No, I'm filming you.
I mean, I can send this clip, but you can't get audio, is what you're saying? So
I'm going to send it to him tomorrow.
You want me to do just motion like I'm talking to Javi? Like,
yeah.
What do you think of Servant out of duct tape? Javi makes his Servant out of duct tape.
I will tell him. There we go. I will show him tomorrow.
True story. I'll show you showing mine. That's what I walked in on.
Oh my God.
Awesome. Thank you. This has been fun. You want to hang around a little bit? I'll bring you backstage and then I'll close it out.
We'll hang around for a little bit.
Okay.
And then yes.
Do an official
we'll talk when there's no one when nothing's being recorded as well.
Oh, well then we can do that. We can do that also. Well, first off, this will be the indication when I take the logo down, then when I figured out how to take the logo, where is it? Then we can say, when it's take the logo down, we can say whatever the
perfect.